And I want to thank everybody for being here, because you've taken the first step into first leading yourself and then others. And just showing up is a major step towards leadership. And so I want to thank you for using your energy, your effort, and emotion to be here. Sandra left out the name of the show that I like, but it's called Naked and Afraid. I promise you we won't be naked. And a friend of mine, Paula, she says, never naked, always afraid. But what we're going to try to do today is go through those fears, goes through those insecurities about us as leaders, because we're all leaders here. And you don't have to have a title of leader to be the leader. In other words, you don't need to be a supervisor, manager, director, vice president, president. What you need to be is passionate, because passion connects to everything else. And people watch how you show up. Everyone watches how you show up. And so showing up is what we're going to talk about today. Do you want to show up as you have been? And if it's working for you, go ahead and keep doing it. That's awesome. If you want to tweak your leadership and take it to the next level, maybe you'll implement one of the 12 things that we're going to talk about. And so what we're going to do today is, as objectives, is learn what are these 12 components for achieving success. What are the components of achieving success as a leader, and how you show up back in the IT groups that you lead, work at every day, manage projects, manage infrastructure. I talked to quite a few of you earlier, and we have a diverse crowd here from all over the place, many different titles, many different responsibilities, many different roles, but we're all leaders. Make sense? So we're going to learn 12 new components. Understand how IT can create and support collaboration and growth across not only IT organizations, but across the entire company. Why? Because to me, I started in IT in 1976 at EDS. I used to have much longer hair then and actually looked a little bit better. But back in those days, I kind of felt already that IT was the center of all business. And it's even gotten to be way more than that now. None of the ideas of innovation and creativity can be implemented without this group of people that are right here, all of you that are right here in the room. So you got to give yourselves credit that you're in a crucial, critical position, and how you show up in that position on a day-to-day basis is so, so very important. Learn why everything must link with the organization's visions, mission, goals, management, and strategies, and your vision, mission, goals, measures, and strategies. Because today, in this session, we're going to be talking about your personal leadership. Why is your vision, mission, goals, measures, and strategy so important? Why is a plan of having that for yourself so critical? And then what we want to understand is what roles and behaviors do we want to have in order to really transform not only ourselves, but you transform yourself, you'll transform the entire organization. And I like what the keynote said this morning. One of the things he said was keep it simple. So I really just want one thing that you're going to hear today that you would commit to implementing back at work or starting even today. Is that a deal? Can we have one thing? Awesome. That's fabulous. So commit to changing one behavior based on one thing you're going to hear. And what I'm going to try to do today is give you tools, tips, and things to take away. One of the tools is the document that I gave you. And I know some of you were filling it out, and for those I give a warning, because there are instructions to filling it out, so you may need to change some things on there. Some people say, Mike, you didn't give me the instructions. Well, I didn't tell you to fill it out. But you have on your seat, and if you don't, I have extras, a front and a back. One has these 12 different areas listed, and one has a kind of an icebreaker, or we'll use it as an icebreaker, okay? So any questions about what we're going to do today with these objectives? All right? So here we go. We're going to go right into I'm a rare find. So what I want you to do is you have those questions in your seat. Go ahead and answer it. But here's the instruction that's important. please put something there that you would feel comfortable sharing with somebody else. Okay. What I would like, and if you didn't finish, no worries. What I'd like you to do is pair up in twos. If there's one group of three, that's fine. And you don't just hand your sheet over to the other person and say, here, read this thing. What you do is you have a dialogue. You know what a dialogue is? Like one person goes, then the other one. It's a conversation. Okay? So you have a dialogue. Go ahead and do that now. I need everybody's attention. Wow. I know you're not finished. Several people told me that. I know it. So the energy is so good, and people really are, it seems like you're having fun. How was it to do this? Wow. What makes it so cool?
You find you have a lot of commonalities.
A lot of commonalities. Awesome. What else? That's right. Everyone is engaged. And isn't engagement and being commonalities finding out good? What else?
It's an idea of
Sharing. You're getting a chance to share with each other, and somebody you didn't know before, get a chance to know them better and sharing about you. What else?
Learning interesting facts about others or opinions of the others.
Facts about others, opinions. Crucial. What else? Anything?
Learning things about other people can allow you to actually reevaluate yourself. Maybe this is something that I can bring to my family or to my organization.
So bringing things back to you. And I want to encourage everybody, you can use this icebreaker. Okay, we'll get into that. But somebody said differences. What are so important about differences?
just understanding that, one person thinks one way, and, even though we had a lot of commonalities, we also had differences, and it's like aha moments.
It was an aha moment that there are people out there that think different, that do different, and we learn that as well as the commonalities, both. Very good. Yes? It's a learning. What did you learn? Awesome. Something that's not even in the tool. There's a learning there. Now, very good. Is this important to business? Why? You'd say, why am I doing this? You guys are all business leaders. You'd say, why am I doing something like this? Why is it important to business?
I've learned more about Kim in 5 minutes than I do about some of my coworkers, and I worked with him for years.
Yes. So in 5 minutes, and what will that do with you because you now know Kim? What makes it better for you guys?
A, I can leverage some of her experience as a change manager, and B, I can take some of this experience back and maybe do an icebreaker with some of my coworkers that I've worked with for years.
Exactly. And what does that build? Teamwork. Relationships. Trust. Makes you care. Yes, because they're a person, right? And we care. People. That's why this is the people factor. It's critical. Exactly. It brings balance, strengthen each other's weaknesses, learning. All these things are benefits from, and I like what he said this morning, something as simple as this. You can have it. Take people tech off. I don't have a problem with that. Put it in your tool chest. Use it. Has anybody here ever heard of the Thehari Window? Few. We're going to be going into that today because that's what this exercise does for us. It brings us into ourself, about info we have about ourselves, but it also brings us into other people. And the Thehari Window, the reason it's so important is because we each have our own personal window. And it makes it complex as leaders because everybody else has their window too. And what is this window? Well, if you look at the top of this chart, that's information that's known to self. And that goes straight across this top. That's self-information. It's known to self, not known to self. Self-information is on the top. And if you look at the side, others' information is on the side. Known to others, not known to others. So the intersection of these four areas are important for you to know because it's how we show up and how others show up. And so info that's known to others and known to self, it's what we call our open self. And leaders that can be comfortable opening up a little bit about who they are and getting other people to do that, because great teams increase the open self. That's what they do. They're able to communicate things that are a little touchy, but it might not even be touchy. It might just be information, which is what we did today. Just information. It's what we call our open self. And the goal is to increase that a little bit at a time. Now, there's also information in the bottom left-hand corner that's not known to others, but known to self. In other words, it's known to self, but not known to others. No matter how much I get to know you, I may not trust you enough yet to share about those things. Now, that is different for every person and every transaction in the world. And if you look at that chart and imagine a trust line going all the way across the page, some people approach trust, I trust all the time. Some people approach trust, I trust none of the time. There's no good or bad, there's no right or wrong to it. And we're all different for every point on the graph that we are, for every person and every transaction. Be easy on yourself. The issue is know where you're at. Because you can change it by building up trust through getting to know the other person, being more open. Now, let's face it, there's certain things I'm not going to tell you. I told you I watched that show. I may not tell you other things. Is that making sense? Same thing with all of you. You may tell me something, but you may not tell me certain things because we haven't built that level.